Learned a few things over the past few years of running a virtual business. I'm Subi Zimmerman, and I want to share some of these tips with you. The first tip is that you need more communication than you think. It used to be that we would meet 2 times a week, but ever since we decided to check in daily, even if it's just for 20 minutes, it makes a great difference in making sure that we're all on the same page with every single project that we're doing. So you might be thinking, what the heck do you guys talk about every day? Well, let me tell you, there's quite a bit. We have blog posts, YouTube videos, email copy, graphics, sales pages, my travels for when I'm speaking. There is a ton that we need to go over. And often it makes it so much better when you actually get on a Skype call and look at each other in the eye as opposed to sending texts or emails. So I highly recommend, if you work with people virtually, the more communication, the better. The second tip I want to give you is to consider using two of our favorite tools, Dropbox and Google Drive. We love these tools because each team member is able to have their own folder, and this minimizes the frustration of somebody moving your content around. So by having our own folders, we all know where our content is that we're working on. It also makes sending files and documents really easy. Somebody writes something, they share the link, the other person approves it, and we're all on the same page. Voila. Tip number 3 is getting together with your team as much as possible in person. So what we do is whenever we travel to a conference or an event, we always buffer that travel and take time to all be together, because having physical contact, looking at people in the eye, and actually having fun together and not having it all be business is really important. And we also make sure that we meet up every single quarter at a destination to have a quarterly meeting. And this makes it so that we can all be on check. We have an agenda that we go over. We're very conscious of our time together. But again, we make sure that we have downtime to have some fun. And that is really important when you are running a virtual team. So some of the fun things that we actually get to do when we're together are sip on green juices, go for power walks, we periscope together, and more often than not, Morgan is Morganizing our computer in some great way. Tip number 4, and probably the most important, and the one that took me a while to really do the right way, is setting boundaries. I was guilty of firing off text all day long, early in the morning, late at night, and my team members got frustrated and nervous sometimes about the content that I was sending, and it just wasn't in the boundaries that they wanted to be working in. So listen to what your team members want to receive and make sure that you are all on the same page when it comes to communicating. This is really important, and this is something that has taken me a long time to embrace and to actually do on a day-to-day basis. But let me tell you something. My team members are so much happier because we now have boundaries. One of my favorite resources for running a virtual team is by my good friend Chris Ducker. It's called Virtual Freedom, and I'm going to link it up right here in the description below. And if you have a favorite tip that I didn't cover, please leave it in the comments below. And as always, I want you to have a #InstaAwesomeDay.